Hey everybody, Keith here at DSC. We got At Home Workout number 2 for you. Hopefully everything for the hips went well in the past couple days. This workout is to be done either today, Wednesday, or tomorrow, Thursday, and then we'll have number 3 with some conditioning for you later on in the week. Our warm-up is going to be the same. It's kind of whatever you have access to or feel up for or have the daylight for. We're either going to walk or go for a little jog, hit a cardio machine, or do something to get yourself moving. If you have the time, you do have the opportunity to do this for a little bit longer and get some progression there, but that's just freestyle, whatever you want to do. All right, so for our main effort today, we're going to be doing some push-ups, which is going to really stress the front of the shoulder, so we want to make sure that our extended warm-up gets the shoulder warm and nice and greased up, but also does some work for our upper back and all that pulling musculature. So we're going to be doing 3 rounds of 3 different movements. Your first movement is going to be a half kneeling shoulder car that Sarah will show you soon. That's going to be for 1 minute each arm. We're going to be doing some scat cars, moving our shoulder blade through its fullest range of motion in all 4 directions that it moves. And we're going to talk about some of the pieces of that as we go in a bit, and then we're going to be doing some Turkish get-ups either with weight or with a shoe if you've got a shoe. But we'll show you that right now. All right, everybody, first movement for our warm-up is going to be a half kneeling shoulder car. We want to continue to work on shoulder rotation like we've been doing. We use the half kneeling setup to try to keep the torso and hips nice and still so we can move our shoulder and our shoulder only. Sarah's going to be doing 1 minute of reps on each arm, just like you guys. That's going to involve drawing a straight arm across our body in adduction, right in front of our face into overhead position, trying to hit the best flexion she can with a straight arm. From there, she's going to internally rotate to get behind her body into extension, carry that through, and then move through a rewind back to where she started. So 1 minute of continuous reps on that arm. All right, guys, so scap cars, second part of this shoulder warm-up. We're going to be moving our shoulder blades through their fullest range of motion. Sarah is going to elevate her shoulder blades up. She's going to retract them back. She's going to depress them down, and then keeping them depressed down, protract forward and make that biggest circle that you can. The first point of variation we've got here is just switching directions. So after you switch directions in a later round, we can add some resistance to this. There's 2 ways to add resistance. We can either get an external load. So Sarah's got a kettlebell in her hand. You can use whatever you got available for you, adding just a little bit of weight to that circle. But we can also resist it with our orientation to gravity, with or without that weight. So if Sarah goes face down, now gravity resists her in retraction, and she can feel that a little bit differently and get some a different vector of resistance there. So play around with that for your 3 rounds, 1 minute each arm, and show us what you come up with. All right, so third and final movement in this shoulder warm-up circuit is going to be the Turkish get-up. If you've got weight to use, you're very much welcome to. If you don't, use a shoe balanced on your hands. Sarah's got the heaviest shoe we could possibly find, and she's working through that Turkish get-up. You can start from standing, start from the ground. Do it as you've been doing. Don't worry too much about the steps. Just do it as well as you know it. That's going to be for 3 reps on each arm. All right, next, now that we got the shoulders good and warmed up, hopefully you got some good stuff from that, we're going to be doing a push-up ladder. There's going to be a lot of freedom here. You need to be thinking about what your setup should be for push-ups. Can you do them on the ground with good quality for a good number of reps, or do you need to be elevating yourself up so you can get a good number of reps in? Stairs work pretty well for this, but you can use a table at home, anything that's elevated, a kitchen counter, whatever works for you to allow you to do good quality reps over and over again. After that, you need to be thinking about total number of reps. What's a lot of push-ups for me in a day? Is it 20? Is it 50? Is it 100? Is it 150? And that'll help you determine what your jumps are going to be, which leads us to the jumps. Am I going to do 1 rep, then 2 reps, then 3, then 4, etc.? Or am I going to take bigger jumps of maybe 3 at a time? In any case, we want you to be using a setup and a number of jumps where it's going to be difficult for you to make it up to 20 reps without experiencing breakdowns. So 3, 6, 9, 12, up to about 21. By then, things should be getting pretty tough. So that's going to be our main effort. If you got questions about how you should set it up for yourself, you can ask. All right, now that we got your shoulders smoked and pretty fatigued from those push-ups, we got one last thing to finish up, a little challenge for you. So we've got this one arm tripod hold. We're gonna go for 3 minutes each arm of having only 3 limbs on the ground. That's gonna be both feet and one hand. So let's show you the options you have for this. We're gonna start in quadruped. I'm gonna pick which hand I want to be on the ground, and then from there, anything goes as long as I've only got feet and one hand on the ground. I could go to this sort of pike position. I can be in quadruped like I just was. I could hit a side plank, and then if I'm able, I could hit something like a single arm tabletop bridge. But you can just move through those, and you're gonna try for 3 minutes to support yourself only with those 3 limbs. And then after some rest, try on the other arm. Okay, so that's your effort for number 2 for this week. Hopefully it gives you some good stuff for the shoulders. Let us know how things go. Keep us updated electronically on any of that social media stuff, and keep supporting each other and getting through this time away from the gym. Take care, everybody.